This is a very long political and historical, religious and civilization dispute, and it's not 35 years long as some people assume. This is a century-old dispute between Christian population of Nagorno-Karabakh, as it's called, or Artsakh as we call it. A remote mountainous region which was a republic after collapse of the Soviet Union, which was autonomy during the Soviet Union, and population of which was brutally expelled in a genocidal offensive of Azerbaijani forces backed by the Russian Federation in 2023. After all these wars, after all these years, recently Donald Trump invited Prime Minister of Armenia Pashinyan and 22 years old dictator of Azerbaijan. He's not 22, but for 22 years Ilham Aliyev is a terran of Azerbaijan. So three of them signed quite a strange memorandum which gives Nakhichevan region and control of the Syunik road, which is the southern border of Armenia, to Azerbaijan, which gives free access to Azerbaijan and Turkic Republic of Central Asia to Turkey, which gives the hope for a Nobel Peace Prize to Donald Trump, and which may guarantee another term of the power for Nikol Pashinyan. This is a very complicated and humiliating act for Armenian people. Not many of us have understand what happened. Indeed, society is deeply traumatized, first by the memory of 1915 genocide, then by losses and defeat of 2020 war, and then by the trauma of genocidal exit of Armenians from Nagorno-Karabakh in 2023. So right now people are confused, people do not realize what really happened. Some people hope that this will be end of the story. Some people, including me, believes that this memorandum and this agreement is far from being perfect, because it's based not on justice, it's rather based on strength, because Trump himself concluded this is a peace through strength. I believe that real peace should be given and could survive and could be more or less durable only if this peace is based on justice and international law. We don't accept the very idea of Zangezur corridor, as Aliyev and Erdogan used to say, because they want extraterritorial control over the border between Armenia and Iran. Partly that's why they succeeded to sell this idea to Trump, because there are other forces like Israelis Netanyahu, who is dreaming about cutting Iran from the northern roads. I don't think that Europeans completely agree with this idea, because we know that sooner or later, maybe sooner than later, Iran will be part of the world's political system once again, with open border, with secular government, and that will be a big chance for the peace in the big Middle East. Right now we see that Armenian-Iranian border is not transparent because the most complicated part of this agreement is that America does not take responsibility for the guarding of the border. Instead, they spoke about some military private group which has unknown origin and which has no real state responsibility for this. So Zangezur corridor was just renamed to Trump Road to make some pleasure gesture for Donald Trump, but the content is not changed basically. Armenia is risking its sovereignty, its state control over its southern border, and it was done by the huge pressure of United States, Turkey, Israel and Azerbaijan. It's already somehow of whitewashing of numerous Turkish criminal records against Armenians and Greeks, Assyrians and Kurds, Yazidis and many other smaller nations during past decades and centuries. This is a very big success for Turkey. This is a huge success for Aliyev, and the prospects for Armenians, for Kurds, for other nations who are fighting for their sovereignty, for their freedom, for their independence, are bleak and uncertain, more than ever in past decades. I believe that it's not over, the big game is not over, and it's very important to create an axis of those nations like Armenians and Kurds, Greeks and Assyrians, nations who understand, who realize how dangerous Turkey could be for them and for international law. I believe that the struggle is going on.